Clutch hitting has not been a strength for this team, and their manager lets them know it.
Live from Philadelphia, all set for baseball from the home of the Phillies, Citizens Bank Park. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. Oliver Ramos makes his big league debut right after this. Aaron Nola will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Aaron Nola coming on, the pride and joy of Louisiana State University. Kind of a four-pitch mix. Fastball, slider, curveball, and change. None of his pitches rate really on a scale of 10. None of them are 8s or 9s, but he's solid and he throws strikes. You'll know early if he's on, he'll induce a lot of ground balls.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
Good job by the catcher to keep the ball from getting too far away and allowing that base runner to get into scoring position. That keeps the double play in order, which they need, seeing as they've already given up one run in this inning.
This is back toward the mound. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Stepping in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies. And now the Braves look to put more across the plate in this opening frame. The 3-1. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Herrera's there. He's got it, and there are two down now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with two away now. And now here's the starting nine for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Enciarte plays with. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
Crawford will put this one away, and the side is retired. So next to the plate for the Phils, Odubel Herrera, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. James racing back. He leaps, but he can't make the play, and it bangs off the wall. And the Phillies are able to get things started with a leadoff double. Everybody in the park, including me, was wondering if this thing was out of here when it left the bat.
Well, Matt, I thought it definitely had the height. It just didn't have the distance. The outfielder gives it a great effort, but it's just out of his reach. But he does get the ball back in quickly, holding him to a double.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. James moves over, makes the play, one away. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. A moment now to check out the hometown Phils. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
3 runs already home here. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
And this is why he's struggling right here. He's not able to pound the strike zone early in the count. These guys are finding themselves in serious count leverage situations, and good hitters aren't going to miss.
There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Now the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him.
Digging in to try it again, J.P. Crawford. He popped out in his first trip. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. Digging in and looking for more, Darren James. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Line to the right side, but foul.
Come on.
Hit hard on the ground to second. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Striding in once again, Ken Pagan. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, James. And that ends the inning. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. With Darren James will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First delivery to him on the way. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
And a fastball just a bit up. 2-0 count. The pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Hoskins is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Digging in once again, Rhys Hoskins. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Now the payoff pitch home. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Hernandez rounds 3rd and is digging for the plate. He scores as it's now a 1-run game, 7-6 now.
Hey, with that base hit right there.
Ready for another shot now, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a slider. The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so when he got the changeup, he was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. And he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. Looped out toward third. And this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first out. And the next in is Johan Camargo. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And gone up into the second deck. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field as they've taken a 2-run lead.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
And this one concludes at a 10-7 score. Atlanta put a 10 spot on the scoreboard in this one. Michael Feliz gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Arodys Vizcaíno wraps it up for the save, his 22nd. Time for baseball on MLB Network from Citizens Bank Park in the city of brotherly love. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. It's baseball on MLB Network. Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, if you hate Dero, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. Dero getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
2 balls and a strike. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, Dero, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year. As the Braves get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning.
So stepping in, Jared Eichhoff, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James has a beat on it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. Phillies leave a couple. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Darren James.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. In there, 0-1. Swanson over at second. Harper at first. 2 out in the inning. High and deep down the left field line.
Stay here, stay here, stay.
And this will wind up a foul ball.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. One more look at the full extension catch that strands 2 men on the base paths. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Ready once again, Nick Williams. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 3-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. James has a beat on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Phillies down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Tommy Hunter comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Tommy Hunter.
Darren James will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
Now the 2-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Now the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. And he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning.
Well, this has been a completely different performance from the offense that we saw yesterday. They were looking, well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Philadelphia Phillies jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back.
really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the 8th proved to be the difference, though, and a good job here in the 9th to close the book on this one.
And tonight's one-run game comes to... Just blocks from the Capitol building, we welcome you to Nationals Park. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals. It's baseball. It's the show. And here's Ryan Zimmerman now. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup.
Ryan Zimmerman.
There's a line drive base hit to left field. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Obviously, this is a pitcher's nightmare, but it's a manager's nightmare, too. It's only the first inning and your starter has already given it.
Now at the plate, Darren James. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting. First pitch of the at-bat. Right over the middle, knee high. So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone. Whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set, you take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Time for a look at the curly W on the...
Into the box now, the Nationals pitcher, Gio Gonzalez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Fly ball out to straightaway left. James has it in his sights. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. The next to bat for Atlanta, Darren James, comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Base is empty here with nobody out. Line towards center field. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Line drive to left. And that'll get down for a base hit. Former College World Series MVP Rob Refsnyder is next. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Skied into very shallow right. Cortez has a play. 2 gone. So here now is the pitcher, Tyler Anderson. He flew out in his last at-bat. Working for the punch-out and the offering. And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 men left on base. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. And we are tied 2-2. In now for Washington, Clarence Blair. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Blair.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. James on the move. 1 out. Stepping up to the plate, Darren James. A hit in 2 tries so far.
James.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw gets him. 2 down. Striding in now for the Nats, Michael Taylor. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. James has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. 7th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Striding into the box, Darren James. He has the possible go-ahead run only 90 feet away at third base. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a breaking ball.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
2-0. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Pops this one up. Reynolds is under it, no problem, 1 away. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Trey Turner. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 0-1 pitch. Hit in the air to left field. James has a beat on it, 1 away. At the plate, Darren James. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. This one smoked the other way, high and deep to left. And they take the lead. It's gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. As they take the lead, it's now 4-2.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases. Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, especially on the road.
4-2 the final score tonight.
4-1.
Afternoon baseball now from the banks of the Anacostia River and Nationals Park here in Washington. Coming to the plate now, Darren James. He comes in today leading the National League in hitting this year.
James.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A ball and no strikes. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, man, nothing they'd like to do more than to salvage this one, D-Roll. After this one, they go on the road for a 7-game road trip, so big to get this win here today.
Yeah, last game in front of the home folks before you go out for a week. This is a big one. They're going to get it done.
Hard liner to center field. Robles is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Ready for another chance. Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
And that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
This one's down to third. Rendon has it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So coming to the plate, Victor Robles as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Here now the 2-2. Lifted in the air out to left field. James moves over, and that's the first out of the inning. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Here's Ryan Zimmerman now, and their runners at the corners now. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Scorched to third, and a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. So striding forward now, Levi Trevino. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
That's just your classic ribby knock right there, Dan. He's able to turn on the pitch.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Darren James. He singled his last time up. From the stretch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Lined hard toward right center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And that'll put him on the board as it's now a 5-1 ball game.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed.
Standing in, Matt Reynolds. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, and it remains 5-2. Yeah, now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. The 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Come on, get here.
Second. Trevino has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 1 run here on 1 base hit, the home run. Nope.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with the big...
Now from SunTrust Park, Mike Foltynewicz gets the call for game 1 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Chen sets. 0-1 on its way. Line towards center field. Tomori is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Digging in for his second at-bat, Brian Anderson. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Hit hard on the ground is short. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. So it's a ground ball single to left for him here. Striding in once again, Darren James. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball. A 1 pitch on its way. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Here's Castro for 1. On to first, and they get the double play. Ready once again, Lewis Brinson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 0-2 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James is under it. 1 down.
Hey, no runner. Eat it. Eat it.
All right, now, so time for the Braves Road to the Show report as we see a couple of prospects who are having big-time success at the high levels of the minor leagues. Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, Henry Tomori. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James has a play. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. Digging in to try it again, Victor Rivera. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. The 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air out toward left. James will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits, including the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Marlins 2 and the Braves 1. Leading off the inning, Darren James, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Line drive to center field. Tamori patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented a tying run.
Ready for another shot now. Brian Anderson. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Popped up. Swanson waits on it, makes the play, 1 away.
Hitting out for the Marlins, the catcher number 28, Brian Holiday.
Line drive to left. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench, and he's aboard here to lead off the inning. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Changeup called strike 1.
Somebody needs to go rattle a cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
The windup and the 0-1.
Make a turn, find the ball, make the turn.
But foul. Final strike for the Braves. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best of teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out.
Underneath the southern. Sean Newcomb gets the ball for Atlanta in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy's kind of hard to figure out. You think most pitchers would love pitching in their home ballpark, but he's struggled at home so far this season. There hasn't been a lot of home cooking for this guy, and that's something he needs to turn around and turn around in a big way.
Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
Not an easy thing to do to stop one from going in the gap, but a nice sliding catch right there. He sure made that look easy.
Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Back up the middle. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Hey, looks like they might have something brewing right here. That's back-to-back base runners after a few runs were scored the inning before, too.
Yeah, Dan, I have to imagine your team throws up a crooked number. You want to go out there and throw a donut up, but they are putting some guys on base. This could get interesting.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. Oh, it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play. The next to bat for Atlanta, Darren James, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. Now a long throw home, and this will not be close, and the run will score easily. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Row, pitchers are being taught high velocity, go get ahead, strike one. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider or a nasty split finger. He had an approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush tactic, and it worked.
And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And the run will come in to score from second as they've cut the lead in half to 4-2 now. And he's going to make it easily. It's a stand-up triple. Ready for another chance? Arlene Garcia, so far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Hit in the air down the left field line. James is after it. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Darren James. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And that's swung on and missed. So good work on the mound will take care of the National League's leading hitter, and there's one away. Digging in once again, Darren James, and their runners at the corners now. Here's the first pitch to him. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And that 2-run lead could be in real jeopardy. It's extra bases. A run in. Here's a second runner around third. The relay, and now they'll at least get an out at third here as he's tagged out, but 2 runs are already in to score.
Oh, you hate to see guys run into outs, especially when it's because of an unnecessary risk.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. The 0-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. James ranging back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double. And that certainly represents a career milestone. Hit number 1,000.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. 1,000 isn't a milestone that's going to get everyone talking, but as an individual, you have to feel pretty good about it. He'll definitely be wanting that ball for his trophy case.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Hit in the air out toward left. James is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Ready now for the Marlins, Henry Tamori. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now the 1-2 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is there, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Miami. This game's all tied at 4. (7-4) the final finish today. The Atlanta Braves came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Junichi Tazawa earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt.
check-in call from an agent to a player with a very hot bat.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB. Nate Eovaldi will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
That's lifted the other way out to left. James is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Now a moment for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Yeah, I love what Logan Forsythe brings to this lineup. He's hitting over 350 versus left-handed pitching this season, and that's what we're looking at today. If those numbers hold true, he could be in for a huge performance.
Hit hard back up the middle. Nice slide and stop by Forsythe. So 1 away after the phenomenal defensive effort.
Wow, what a great show of range there. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle, but check out the sliding stop.
Stepping in for the Braves, Darren James. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
And he'll get back in standing. The 2-0. Outside. 3-0 now.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Stepping into the box, Ozzie Albies, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Softly on a line to third. And that's out number 1. And the next in is Johan Camargo. The 1-2. A bouncer to the left side. Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game. Striding into the box, Rob Brantley, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The 1-0 home is in off the plate. James at second with 2 down. Outside and low, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off of the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Hit in the air out to left field. Kemp has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Now batting, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Curveball that time, not even close.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
But right to the second baseman, and that's the second out. So he's just a third of an. Next up for Los Angeles, Logan Forsythe.
Second baseman, Logan Forsythe.
The 1-2. In the air now, out to left. James on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out. So striding forward now, Darren James.
Darren James.
Here comes the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Line drive to center field. Taylor is right there, one down. Now to the plate, Justin Turner. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. James is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. In now is Yasiel Puig. He's going to lead things off in their half of the ninth as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been over.
Swanson is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. 1 away. So here's Matt Kemp now. Previously against Vizcaíno, he's 1 for 5. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James giving chase, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Next for the Dodgers, Austin Barnes. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Lifted in the air out to left. James on the move, and he tracks it down, and this ball game is over.
And that's what he gets paid to do, shutting them down for another save. That's an even 100 for his career, so congrats are in order. I'm sure he's going to tuck that ball away and put it in his trophy room.
This evening's score, Atlanta took the lead in the 4th and held on until the California Coastal Layer sits overhead as we welcome you to baseball from historic Dodger Stadium. Tonight, the second of 4 to begin the week between the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles. Clayton Kershaw, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the strengths of this guy is handling right-handed hitters. Right-handers coming into this game are hitting under 250 against this guy, so he's doing a lot of things right when the right-handers step into the batter's box.
Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers. So here's the cleanup hitter, Darren James, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. Tough slider down low for a strike. Dan Dero, you check out this Dodger team as they enter play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit?
And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toles. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's a ball swung on and hit high and deep down the left field line. And this will stay fair. Home run.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way. And there are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers.
Ready for another chance. Corey Seager reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. The 0-1 on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. James is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yasiel Puig hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James has a beat on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Striding in once again, Darren James. Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch out. Nothing doing. A fastball that just misses inside.
That can be one of the downfalls of pitching out. It puts you behind in the count, and if you throw another ball, you're kind of in a difficult spot.
Inciarte, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0.
Smoked
on the ground up the middle. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. To the bottom of inning number. Digging in to try it again. Yasiel Puig 0 for 2 for him to this point. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is in pursuit. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Digging in once again, Darren James. Kershaw comes set. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one just missed outside. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. But the runner's back easily. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Atlanta line score. And another snap throw to the bag. And he just manages to get his hand in. Here it comes on 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. And Gregorius will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Ready once again, Tim LeCastro. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Hit in the air out toward left. Moving under it, James. And that's the third out. Ready for another shot now. Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. 3 runs already home here. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Lifted the other way down the left field line. On the run is Tolles. And it in fact lands in the corner. Foul.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
3 balls and a strike to the Braves left fielder. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Seager is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 2 home runs in
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
4-2 the final score tonight. Wednesday night baseball now from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Tonight it's game 3 of this. Kenta Maeda, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk.
And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And that one is gone!
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out.
Next up for Los Angeles, Didi Gregorius. And the Dodgers with an opportunity for more here in the first. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James has it in his sights, and the inning is over. The next to bat for Atlanta, Darren James, took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Dan Dero, you check out this Dodger team as they enter play here tonight. They have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit. Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a slider.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. And that swung on and missed, so good work on the mound will take care of the National League's leading hitter, and there's one away.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's focus on Corey Seager.
So striding forward now, Tim LeCastro. He'll get to take his first cuts here. In the air out to left. Swanson backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Next for the Dodgers, Kenta Maeda, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Number 18.
This one's flared out toward left. And a diving try in left, but he can't come up with it. He takes the turn and heads for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time.
Now batting, Corey Seager. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Toles leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. This is hit the other way out toward left field. James will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We've played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Braves nothing. Leading off the inning, Darren James, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Swing, and oh my, hit him with the high. Gone to lead off the inning. Solo shot to right center. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Bravos are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Kenta Maeda. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. A swing and a ground ball to third. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch.
Digging in and looking for more, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
He's set, and the pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. The 0-1 delivery. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, strike 2. First, nobody out. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper two-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Settling in now, Tim LaCastro. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Swanson over to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in, the switch hitter, Darren James. He'll lead it off against Jansen, who tries to close the door in this one.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Now the 1-0. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there.
Swung underneath that pitch, so he was either trying to elevate the ball or he was expecting a pitch to be a sinker and drop more than it did.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Waiting on it his toes. 1 down.
Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in the face and salt this game away for his guys.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Los Angeles jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Kenta Maeda wins his 3rd of the season. Kenley Jansen records the save, his 20th of the season. So that's a wrap. We are under the lights here on a Friday night at AT&T Park in San Francisco. Tonight, Madison Bumgarner will be the man on the mound for the G-men. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Here's the pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I'm looking forward to this one. They got their ace on the mound today. You get to the ballpark, you're ready to go. You're watching video. You know this guy is going to put his best foot forward, execute pitches to all quadrants. The opposition's got to be on point if they're going to have a chance today.
Line hard. 3 runs already home here. Oh, and he leaves another one over the plate, and this ball's driven to left. And for the 3rd time tonight, he has served up a home run. So a solo shot down the line in left, number 13 for him on the year, and the Braves add on. It's 4-0. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
D-Row, some days the fellows walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, but there's a
Next to bat for the Giants, Andrew McCutchen. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. James is under this one. One gone.
time for a look at the Braves on D. And let's take a look at former number.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. And as we give you a look at his splits, he's had the better of right-handers this season. No doubt about that. Belt, base runner at first with one out. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Man, I thought this at bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count 2-2, and he's able to find the knockout there.
Coming to the plate now, Darren James. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
That last at-bat, that showed me something. It's not that easy to hit a changeup over 400-plus feet out of the ballpark. So this guy gets some good extension, strong wrist, and this guy's got some terrific bat speed.
On the ground for Crawford. This could be two. On to Belt, and they turn the double play. That ends the inning. One hit in the inning, but that gets erased. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Braves 5. Striding in, Matthew Suzuki. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Suzuki.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. This is lifted out to left. James moves over, and that's the third out. Giants down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Stepping in for the Braves, Darren James. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 delivery. Ball 2.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Now the 2-0. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike 1. DeMarco gets his lead at first, nobody out. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gonzalez moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, third baseman, Evan Lanford.
Hit hard to third. And into left field for a one-out hit. So stepping in, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat.
James.
First pitch on its way. Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Panic's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder.
Number 16, Austin Jackson.
Line toward the gap in left center. And this is down for extra bases, and with 2 outs, this might get them all home. And he's in there safely, as on the play, 3 runs come across to score.
Bases loaded, and he was looking to drive them all in the second he stepped into the box. Puts a big swing on this thing, and the ball just gets down to the wall, allowing everyone to come around. Good job there to slam the door for the win, and they finished the month with a bang, just the way you want to.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. The Atlanta Braves jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Chad Bettis earns win number 4 on the season. Arodys Vizcaíno hammers down the save, his 27th of the campaign. Rain coming down here in San Francisco's China Basin as we're at AT&T Park. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game weekend. Dallas Keuchel, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher. Only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch-to-contact guy, and you'll know if he's on early. He needs to get quick outs early in counts.
And they'll have no play as he reaches first base. At the plate, Darren James. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Darren James.
Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
Stepping into the box, Ozzie Albies.
Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Now a chopper to first, might only get 1. Oh, but the feed to the shortstop is off the mark. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. And they catch up to him and slap the tag on him, and that is some poor base running. Stepping up now, Darren James. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
The 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
The 1-2. This one's down to third. Longoria's there, and there are 2 away now. Digging in now, Steve Fisher. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Standing in, Darren James, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Darren James.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped up. In there, a base hit. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out. So coming to the plate, Ozzie Albies. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Now ground ball for Longoria. This could be 2. There's 1 on to first, and they turn the double play. Now at the plate, Oliver Ramos.
Now batting, catcher, Oliver Ramos.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
Low and away as he misses again, 2-0. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Up and in. Big danger now. It's 3-0. And he takes ball 4 again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Tyler Anderson. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Keuchel pauses. Here's the 0-2. Just got a piece to the right side. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James. He singled his last time up. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Lays off 1-0.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
The 1-0. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Jackson is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire. Here's Joe Panic. 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors to this point for San Francisco. Shot to third. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
No runner, no runner.
And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Into the bleachers and gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 7 home runs for him on the year. Here's Buster Posey now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. A pause and the 0-2. This is skied into short left center. Calling for it, James. And the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. 9th inning. Bay Bridge, and at the other end, the city. Digging in to try it again, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Fortunately for him, though, no error on the bobble, and the runners will hold at first and second now.
Dan, if they're going to crack through, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Dero, this pitch has kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. 8-1 is the final tonight. The Giants jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave